Hello, good afternoon. I am Suchit Sharma and I welcome all of you to Exam Booty's YouTube platform. Friends and students, we are discussing basic concepts of noun, and within noun we are discussing right now how to identify a proper noun and a common noun. And about that section we actually discussed in our previous two lectures. Now we move to some other key factors, other key information that will help you to identify a proper noun and common noun as well. Let's begin today's session. So students, we were discussing the topic proper noun and common noun. How to identify proper noun, common noun. In yesterday's class, I elaborated each and every thing about a proper noun and a common noun. What is a common noun? What is a proper noun? I actually described each and every thing you can think of. Now we are moving to some rules, some key points that will help you to identify a proper noun and a common noun. And first of all, among all the points or rules, you know it since childhood. The first point, that is, proper noun always starts with a capital letter. Always start with a capital letter wherever it comes in a sentence. It means whether you see a proper noun in the beginning of a sentence, if you see it in the middle or somewhere in the middle, or it is actually the last word of the sentence, it will be written or started with capital letter. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. Since you are a child, you have been taught this fundamental rule. Like Tom will go to Delhi on Friday in May. Now you have to write Tom with capital letters, Delhi starting from capital letters, Friday starting from capital F, and May with capital M. This is a proper noun. This is name of a person. This is a proper noun. This is name of a place. This is a proper noun. This is name of a day, and this is a proper noun. This is name of a month. So whenever, wherever you find a proper noun, it will start with a capital letter. That's for sure. That's for sure. There is no doubt about it. There is no confusion about that. There is no exception of that. That's why this rule starts since the very beginning of your learning career. You just go to school, you learn all those things, and when you start writing in a sentence, you are told just start with capital letter, whatever you start. The first word, the first letter always will be capital. That's what teachers teach you. That's true. That's 100% true. There is no doubt about that. But the question remains, if there is only a proper noun that starts with a capital letter. Yes, it is true that a proper noun should start with a capital letter. But if it is the proper noun that starts with a capital letter, or there are some other nouns as well, or some other parts of speech as well, or there are some other conditions are also available in this particular reference, or this is a 100% absolute rule. So my dear students, it is 100% correct to say that all the proper noun starts with capital letter, whether they are in the beginning or in the middle or in the end of a sentence. But if you think that whatever word you are getting in a sentence written with a capital letter, that will be a proper noun, now you are making a mistake. Because it is not always necessary that A is equal to B, like in mathematics, we see that. But if you use reasoning here, all A's are B's, but it is not necessary that all B's are A's. That's what also the logic it works here. Yes, proper noun starts with capital letter, but it doesn't mean that all the word starting with capital letters will be a proper noun all the time. If you think that, you are making a mistake, you are making a blunder. Now there are two rules you should have in your mind, otherwise you are going to make a blunder. Now what are those rules? Remember that proper adjective, remember this, proper adjective formed by proper noun also starts with a capital letter. It means whenever you see a proper adjective in a particular sentence, the proper adjective will also start with capital letter. It is not also the proper noun that will start with a capital letter. There is also one part of speech that we call proper adjective. It is formulated, it is made from actually a proper noun. That's why its name is also proper adjective. Proper adjective for form formed by using a proper noun. Let's see how. It means there are some adjectives that will be regarded as proper adjective. And proper adjective, why proper adjective? Because it is actually originated from proper noun. Let's take some proper noun. Like Shakespeare, like Milton, like Victoria, like Elizabeth, I believe you have heard the name of these four great personalities: Shakespeare, Milton, Victoria, Elizabeth. It is necessary that you have heard this name because the adjective we are going to form from them will be of pure proper adjectives used in English, and they are English name actually. We are not going to write here some Hindi names like Ram, Shyam, Sita, Geeta, Mohan, because you are not going to get all the proper adjective from them. Because if you are making a proper adjective, it means it will have a universal appeal. And when you just get adjective from a proper noun, these words like Ram, Shyam, Sita, Geeta, they don't have a universal appeal or universal characteristics to be changed into a proper adjective in the same fashion as we are going to do with these four words. So it is not always necessary that you can turn any proper noun into a proper adjective. It must have some universal appeal, a universal connection, that they produce their own aura, their own characteristics that stick to them. That's what actually necessary. Only then it will be turned into a proper adjective. Like Shakespeare, we can form a word like Shakespearean. From Milton, Miltonic. From Victoria, we get Victorian. And from Elizabeth, we get Elizabethan. Now the word, these words and these words, both will be written with capital letter. However, they start or you see them in the beginning of a sentence or in the middle of a sentence or in the end. It doesn't matter. The thing that really matters is that they are actually proper adjective originated from a proper noun. That's why both will start with capital letter. So here we came to know that it is not always proper noun that starts with capital letter. There are some other words as well, and proper adjective is one of them. So whenever you find a proper adjective, it will be starting from a capital letter. Like here you can see Shakespearean, like Shakespearean comedy, Shakespearean tragedy, Shakespearean era, Miltonic style, Victorian age, Elizabethan age. So when you say all these things, in them you will find a proper adjective. Let's take some more examples. I hope you have just constructed the table that is on the screen. Now take some examples. Like Shakespeare was a dramatist. Like I love Shakespearean tragedies. Now this is Shakespeare in the first sentence, and in the second we see Shakespearean. This Shakespeare is on subject's place. So you can say that this is a noun from the earlier concept that we discussed actually. So this is the noun, and in noun you can say that this is the name of a particular person. So it is a proper noun. And because it is a proper noun, it is starting with a capital letter. Now that's why S is capital. Here Shakespearean. Here Shakespeare is before the tragedies. Tragedies is actually a noun. Now, how I identified that this is a noun, tragedies is a noun? A very simple trick about that. Remember the second point and the third point. If you see a or an before a noun, remember this noun will be a collective noun or a common noun. Another point, if you see a plural noun, remember this will be a collective noun or a common noun. This is a trick that can help you to identify a collective noun and a common noun, because we are not focusing on collective noun. We are not talking about collective noun, just leave it. But there are two nouns. If a and an is there, if they are plural, there can be only two nouns. You can delete three nouns in that: material noun, abstract noun, and yes, you are right. Yes, you are right, proper noun. If there is a and, there cannot be a noun that is a proper noun or material noun or an abstract noun. If the noun is plural, there is no chance of a proper noun, an abstract noun, and material noun. Hello. hello. So there can be only two nouns. Right now we are not talking about collective noun. We will discuss it later. So it means if you see a or an, it certainly indicates that the noun will be a common noun. If you see a plural noun, and we are not discussing collective noun right now, it means whatever we are just discussing, it will be a common noun if the noun is plural. So here, tragedies, it is plural. It means that it will be a noun, and which noun? It will be a common noun, right? And if a noun and the word, now the third point is, if any word comes before a noun and it tells something about the noun, this word will be an adjective. The simple perception is that if you have a word just before a noun and the word is telling something about the noun, it means the word will be an adjective. That's for sure. So these are the things that we actually discussed and we know now. And how it will help you? It will help you to know that now this is an adjective because it is just before a noun. So it means it is telling about the noun. Now this is the adjective, and we know that this is a proper adjective because it is originated from a proper noun. So its name is proper adjective. This is the most important thing, and a proper noun, that's why it's also start with S, is capital. You can see that it is capital here as well. That's what is actually important, and that's what we discussed today. Tomorrow we will continue from here, and we will learn more about some more examples. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. We will meet tomorrow. Take care.